Good morning. This will be the final video in the series. This will be the farewell video. We've made it through 11 weeks now. We've just got one class to go. Next Monday, we'll go through a few therapeutics, run the set maybe once or twice, answer any questions, and then finish with just a little bit of flow. We'll probably run through the assessment grouping, just so you can do a self-check on your own improvement. So for this one today, we'll just cover some of the therapeutics that we've talked about recently, and the one new one that I will give you on next Monday. So the ones we did yesterday, one is just a diagonal walking, and it's essentially kind of splitting the difference between a step forward and a step to the side. So we're going to step out a little bit on the diagonal, step in, come across, and then same thing backwards. The same step you use in fending off the monkey. Step in, step back, step in. It's just a small step. The diagonal walking is very helpful for kind of mapping the movement between brain and body. So good for proprioception. The other one that we did was not different than what we've done before, but done at a different speed. In general, when you do things a little bit quicker, you're benefiting from momentum to make them happen. So, for example, in mindful movement, when we're doing this crane stands in the pond, that's actually easier to do because we end up with a little bit of momentum going on in the body. Plus, you're tricking your brain into, not worried so much about this because you got your arms going too. But when you take the momentum out, and we've done this with the tandem walking, so when you're doing the walking, the toe to heel walking, that will get progressively easy. For some of you, that's gotten very easy. However, when you do that a step at a time and you have to stop yourself and then start again, step by step by step, then you're engaging your core to move your body rather than using momentum to move your body. So the way that we worked that yesterday, so shifting your weight to one side, picking the knee up as high as you can go with it, and then straightening the leg. And doing all of this very slowly. And then set it back down, shift the weight over to that side. Knee up as high as you can lift it. Straighten the leg, pull it back, and set it down. And one that we'll do, kind of our finale of the therapeutics, and keep in mind that these are always progressing. There are hundreds of these that physical therapists use. You've only seen a small sliver of what's possible. Some of them will be different in the next set, which the next class begins right away in early January. But the last one that we'll do for our class, you've probably seen before. It's a grapevine. So you're stepping over and then stepping behind. Step over, step behind. And you do it nice and slow to begin, and then you can actually pick up a little pace. In some cardio classes, we'll actually do that with some pace to it and do it as a cardio movement. So those are the main therapeutics. And just for a final review of the two that give us a little bit of problem because they came late, so we didn't get as many reps of them. Grasping the peacock's tail and the fair lady works the shuttle, 8 and 7, 7 and 8. So fair lady works the shuttle, I'll turn around to make it a little easier to follow. So we start in the right ball. We're stepping out, kind of splitting the difference between a side step and a diagonal step. And as we step out, all we're doing is rolling the ball until our palms face all the way to the left. Rock the weight back. Turn the hands toward one another because they're already in pretty much the right place. Step up to left ball. Let's go the other way. Stepping out, roll the ball, now palms face right. Same thing, rock the weight back, turn the hands toward one another, step up into right ball. Last one, grasping the peacock's tail. So from right ball, same kind of step, split the difference between the diagonal and a side step. And as you step out, let the hands float to the left. And then rock the weight back and roll back. Your backhand is going to be the push hand as you cross the wrists. pivot, and you want to align with wherever your leg is. So if you were turned out here, we'd come all the way around. If you were in the front, we'd be in the front. We're going to push in the same direction our leg is aligned, and just keep pushing until the hands naturally come apart. Draw the hands back to the chest. One more push. And then rock the weight back, pivot the foot, step up into left ball. Do the same thing on the other side. Stepping out, hands float to the right. Then roll back. Back hand is the push hand. Cross the wrists, pivot, push, draw back, one more push. And then we step into right ball. I've had a lot of fun. I hope that you felt the class was valuable to you. And as I think we've talked about several times, you are always welcome to repeat the course. And what generally happens is people repeat the courses, they don't necessarily show up to every session. Or maybe your schedule doesn't really permit coming Monday and Wednesday, so maybe just Wednesdays or just Mondays. In general, the class will flow roughly the same way it did the first time through. The forms are obviously the same, although I'll integrate that 9th form, the Golden Rooster. The therapeutics, I vary those class to class to class, and some of that comes from things we're doing in mindful movement, and some of it is things that I've picked up along the way, and the things that I'm finding most beneficial for myself I pass on to you. The last thing I will leave you with is I would invite you, for those who are not already doing it, to consider joining the Mindful Movement class. It's taught at Fife on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 a.m., and then we follow that with seated meditation. And over in West Bend, we teach that at 8:45 on Mondays and 10 o'clock on Fridays, and that's preceded by a meditation over there. If you got through this course, the difference is this course is fairly mechanical. We want you thinking about the things that you need to do to keep your balance intact. And in mindful movement, it's more of a meditative class. We want you to feel it rather than think it. So that's mindful movement. That's a class that I developed for the Y almost 4 years ago now. And I know there's a few folks in that class that have been with me practically from day one. So it's been a good run. We generally have anywhere from 15 to 20-ish people, sometimes a little more than that, but great group. And I look forward to my Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I hope you all have a Merry Christmas, or if you're watching this after, hope you had a Merry Christmas. And I'll look forward to seeing a few of you on Monday for our final session. Take care.